Hey, Jen Gibbs here, and I want to talk with you today about the two realities that there are and which one you're choosing. The perspective, and you can dive deeper in this on TED Talks and research and all kinds of things, but really it comes down to common sense. There's always more than one way to view a situation, right? And there's the Pollyanna version where everything's roses and no matter what, it's got silver lining and it's exciting and it's fun and life is great. And then you have like Grumpy Dwarf on the other hand, and no matter what, something's a bummer, you're unlucky, it didn't work out, it sucks because fill in the blank. So you always have these two perspectives, and the beauty is we get to choose which one we want, and which one we want is the one that we get more of. So for example, I like to use my dog as a really good example of this. So I grew up wanting a dog, we couldn't have one, and as an adult I finally in the last few years have been able to get a dog, and I'm so excited because she's like the perfect dog. She's the best dog in the world, and she's soft and she's cuddly and she always runs the door when I come up. She's so excited to see me every single time. And she's great and she's fantastic, and like she's a foot warmer. She'll like lay on my feet and warm my feet, you know, and she's fantastic. Lulu, my dog, I love her. She's just everything good, right? Like everything I could ever want in a dog, and I tell her every day she's the best dog in the world. But someone else might have a totally different perspective on the same dog. And in fact, I've heard a few of these rumblings around my house, like she poops all the time, we can never go on vacation, you know, we have to get her shots, and she stinks, and you know, she's in the way, and she's shedding fur everywhere. Well, she has short hair and it's soft and there's hardly any hair anywhere, and we just vacuum it up, and it's no big deal, right? Because I love the dog and I'm excited about the dog and I look for everything good in the dog, right? But for somebody that doesn't want the dog, then it's just going to be one thing after another of headache and disappointment and frustration. And it's the same dog, right? It's the same situation. It's just two different perspectives, and we have the power to choose which one that we're gonna fall into and align with. And the cool part is the more that you go to one side, it's like you get momentum with these perspectives, right? Like if you get in the habit of looking for the good, you're gonna start to see more good everywhere. And conversely, if you're in the habit of looking for the not so good, it's going to start to feel like there's more and more of that, and you're going to get momentum there because I'll do a separate video on this, but you're training the circuitry in your brain, and you're teaching yourself because the brain wants us to have everything be easy, right? That's the survival default mechanism, is make everything easy. So if it sees that we want more difficulty because we keep going back to that, then it's going to make that easier. But on the flip side, if we can train ourselves from looking at the negative and catch ourselves and switch it to the positive, even if it's just a small little thing, it can start to build momentum on the positive side. And one really key way to easily kind of make this transition is gratitude. And I know it sounds cliche, I know it sounds like you've heard it a million times, oh yes, be grateful, count your blessings, but it's a real thing. It really does help, and it will help you switch from that negative to the positive mindset if you can just catch yourself doing it. So if you're driving to work and you hit like the third stoplight in a row, you can be like, dang it, everything's going against me, I'm gonna be late, like this day is already bad, you know, I'm not even at work yet, you know. Or you can be like, you know what, I'm so grateful that I have a job to go to and I have a car to drive. I don't have to take the bus, I don't have to walk. I mean, you know, there's people out riding their bike in the middle of winter, you know, like I'm not one of those. And I'm super grateful, and if I'm a few minutes late, then I have a job still to go to, right? So you can choose either perspective. So I would encourage you to take the choices that you have, and why not create and stay in the good reality? Why not stay in the one that feels good, right? Because as you start adding more and more gratitude and noticing more good things, it's gonna start to feel better. And that feeling, that's like an energetic vibration. You're increasing your frequency, and you're literally changing the things around you and the world around you by choosing what you see and choosing to be grateful for it. So I would suggest that you get in the habit of every morning starting the day by setting your energy in a really good level, and start yourself to look for those good things, because you want to see more of that in the day, right? What if it was the same day it would have been, but now you notice 20 good things that you wouldn't have noticed before? Doesn't that feel like better quality of life? Doesn't that feel like a place you'd want to be? Doesn't that feel like you would attract people to you that also wanted good and positive things, and you'd feel good together? Like, there's no downside. There's no downside. So here's my challenge, is to just, for the next, 3 or 4 days, maybe 7 days, start your day by thinking about 3 things you're grateful for. And if it helps, maybe imagine yourself without those things and be like, whoa. For example, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, oh, I don't know why, I just feel a little bit down. I don't know what it is. Like, everything seemed like work is good, school is good, family's good, but I'm kind of a little down. And so I said, well, do your toes feel okay? Like all 10 toes, like none of your toes are bothering you? Well, yeah, my toes are fine, she said. But isn't that awesome? Because if one of your toes was hurting, that would kind of put a chink in your day. That would be like a tougher day to have, right? Like if you had a limp, and then if you start limping, then maybe your back starts hurting, and then you just can't get everywhere as fast as you want to go. Like, all 10 toes feel fantastic. Like, awesome. This is a great day. I can walk where I need to go. I don't even think twice about it. So start noticing what you may not have been noticing, and do it. Just develop that attitude, the habit of gratitude, and take 3 things in the morning, and just make it your habit. Maybe you do it for 3 days or 7 days, or maybe you do it for the rest of your life. And if it feels good, why would you stop, right? Like, so I would challenge you, and wherever you're finding this video, I would love to see your comments and see if you're adopting this, and how it's affecting you, and how it feels in your life to start acknowledging and receiving more good things just by noticing them. And then you'll notice there's a snowball effect, and there starts to be more of that. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that sets you in a good tone for the week or for the day, and that it helps you feel better and get a better start and a kickstart, and help you transition from that negative to choosing that positive version of reality that is always available to you. So thanks very much. We'll see you next time. This is Jen Gibbs, helping you move forward.